least amount of steps that I can get it down to. And then I gave you a prompt for each one of those. Okay. And if you liked what we gave you for free, then you are going to love our special offer that we have for you as being part of this 1-2 millions experience. Would you like to see it? It's called Webinar Mastery Academy. And when it comes to an offer, we have so many deliverables, I can barely fit them on a slide, and they're all worth their weight in gold. Here's the first one. It's the Webinar Mastery Blueprint. So this is both Anik and I's complete training on webinar content and psychology that converts cold traffic to $1,000 buyers. So I am a huge proponent of giving you the fish and teaching you how to fish, because I don't want you to have to fish on an empty stomach. It's hard to concentrate when you're starving. So we give you the prompts and we give you all the goodness to automate as much of this as possible, but you should also know how the watch is made, not just how to tell the time. And so I break down the training specifically, the psychology and the structure behind each one of these components. Here's a little taste of what this looks like. It's very well put together, very well designed, and it took a lot of thinking and a lot of effort to put this in place. And the cool thing is, you get all the prompts, not just the prompts that I showed you today. I got more than what I showed you today. I have more prompts for the hook than just one. I have more prompts for the pain section of the webinar than just one. I have more prompts for the gain section than just one. And I have more prompts for each one of these steps of the process. Because while there are one size fits all, they're not always the best size to fit everything. And so I've discovered in each one of these steps, there are 2 or 3 or 4 different best ways to do each one. And then you can determine and pick which one makes the most sense for you specifically. Because remember what I said earlier with Craig, I'm like, because you have a service, you don't need to have as many deliverables. And so we have the prompts for those different specific cases. And I've worked in so many industries. I know what those are, and I'm going to give you those prompts. All of those prompts, super powerful, really going to give you such a huge advantage. And then I don't care what the prompts are. I don't care what the technology is. I don't care what the training is. The key difference between people who succeed and those who don't is support. You need a support network. You need to be surrounded by people who continue to be committed to help you improve over a long period of time. And this is what we provide to you. Bi-weekly Q&A, funnel reviews, ran predominantly by Onyx CMO and webinar expert. Occasionally, Onyx or I will pop in there as well. But you're always in good hands. It's the commitment and the follow-through that makes your success. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And this helps you commit and follow through. Now, this is called the core part of the offer. So what do I teach you to do? You show the first few things up front, you reveal the investment, and then you go into the bonuses. So that's what we're going to do. Now, by the way, here's a slide on the live momentum calls and the support, guiding you and helping you along the way. This is tremendous in value. So now what comes next is the investment. What's your investment? Now watch me price anchor you. Okay, this is the technique. Is your investment $57 million? Why not? I've produced this amount of sales using these techniques in my career. Or maybe it's the more affordable $9.8 million investment, which we could probably use WAP and we could finance that over a period of time. And that would be awesome. Is it $25,000, which is what my clients pay me just for a short amount of consultations for their webinars? Be a good deal. When you sign up today, it's just $19.97, or if you prefer, you can finance it over 5 installments of $497 at WMA.expert. And this is an incredible value. This is 20 minutes of my time if we were to consult on your webinar together, one-on-one. So to get access to the totality of my knowledge, combine it with Onyx, is just an unbelievably smoking hot deal at WMA.expert. And when you sign up, and this is how my prompting works, it teaches you to do the same thing. Introduce the core offer, reveal the price through the price anchoring stack that I just showed you, and now switch back to value. And the first value that I want to show you is called the 7-Day AI Webinar Challenge. Here's the thing about winning with these types of program. Starting off on a sprint creates momentum. Momentum creates leverage. Leverage creates winning. So you're going to go from idea to launch ready with a webinar in less than 7 days. Here's why you're struggling to succeed right now. You ain't got a finish line. How can you win a race that doesn't have a finish line? This is your finish line. This is us pulling it out of you and putting it into the real world. So you're going to be able to get a specific 7-day challenge. It's not a challenge like this. This is a full, intensive, immersive experience. This is a more easily managed, broken down, yet still with a finish line at the end of it challenge, where we've broken down the program into easy to follow day-by-day plans. So you and or your team can use the prompts, know when to use them, know how to use them. So we process the program for you. We don't just vomit the program on you. We process it for you step by step to make implementation in the snap. That's the first bonus. Bonus number 2. I would prefer that you didn't have to get your hands dirty messing around with the prompts as much as you possibly can. So some of the stuff we can automate, some of the stuff we can't. One thing we can automate is the buyer profile, okay? Because the challenge with the buyer profile is there's a lot of inputs that then go into using it when you create it. And so therefore, we don't have to mess with that anymore. You can log into the special website that will give you access to, and you can generate a buyer profile just by providing a URL. So it looks like this. You give it a name for the buyer profile, you give it the sales page URL, you select which language you would like your buyer profile to be in. So we're seeing clients do very well in languages that are not English speaking. So they take a buyer profile and translate it into a different language. Very fascinating. So now you don't even have to mess with prompts anymore when it comes to your buyer profile, because the buyer profile is the most important ingredient in all of this. So we decided to build an interface around it to take it up to the next level. So when you go to WMA.expert, you're going to get 50 buyer profiles when you sign up that you can use. 50 of them is going to be plenty for all of you, unless you're running an agency. And if you are and you're doing 50 webinars, 50 clients, we call you freaking rich. but it's going to develop and it's going to create a buyer profile for you that you can access whatever you want from an interface. You can click the button, copy and paste it, and it will do all the analysis for you. It is the smoothest, simplest, easiest, most effective way to get the top tier, best type of buyer profile possible. Now, here's the next thing you're going to get as a bonus. I have made most of my money in webinars during the closing section when I deal with Q&A, and I take questions and I answer them and I turn them into closes. And I'm the best closer in the game. People pay me $10,000 an hour to close for them. So when I'm doing actual pitching on behalf of my clients, it's $10,000 an hour plus a performance incentive usually. So here's what's really cool about this. One of my clients that I pitched for, we as a team took the pitches as I was doing them live, transcribed them. We put them into this thing called the Big Book of Webinar Closes. Would you like to see it? Let me just show it to you for a second. This is the Jason Fladlien Big Book of Webinar Closes. Take a look at this, okay? Page down, page down, page down. Oh my God, how many pages? 211 pages? Oh my God, how many closes is this? Look at all of these closes. This is insane. These closes are crazy. And this was all done in the fly, $10,000 an hour, me pitching to do the hard things close, right? Shona has a great question. She goes, I want to purchase, however, I'm not in a situation to make a purchase because I'm a mom and I have a lot of responsibilities. I've been watching Iman's videos for a long time and I wanted to do this. And I said, okay, let's parse that. because this may or may not be a good decision for you. I was a single father for a large majority of time. Actually, the best launch that I ever did was during the worst personal challenge of my time, personally, emotionally, spiritually, when I did this launch. So we can acknowledge this is the close right here. So we can acknowledge that both we have lots of responsibilities and challenges, and that we should do things that make sense for us. Here's the lesson I've learned in this business. Take it for what it is. Okay? And then I say, I explain that if it's worth doing, it doesn't matter if it's hard or not. If you're supposed to do it, you do it. If it's easy, great. But if it's not easy, you still do it. And then I go through that close. So these are examples of closes. There's 211 pages worth. I'm curious. I've never done a word count on this before. It weighs in at 51,000 words. So we've taken the best of these closes, we synthesized them, and then we trained an AI on a prompt. So anytime you get an objection, whether you're live on a webinar or after the webinar's over with, or somebody puts a question in during an automated webinar, you run this prompt, you upload the big book of webinar closes that we provide for you, and then it will give you the very best close you could ever imagine in your life. It's trained on the proprietary knowledge of what I do for clients every single day when I'm closing for them. This is yours as a free bonus. It's hard for you to appreciate how valuable this is now, but after you do about 3 webinars, you'll be like, oh my God, this thing should sell for $10,000. Just this alone. And this is where my money mostly comes from, the webinars that I do. And that's bonus number 3. Bonus number 4, Ultimate Offer Creation Masterclass. I discovered that every single offer really has these amount of components that you can pick from and choose from, and their variations. And so what I did is I wrote down and systematically created training on each one of these offer components, step by step, with examples from every offer that I've made over the last 19 years. So like on one-on-one coaching, if that's a component that you're going to put into your offer, I have the ACT now formula, which is how we establish authority, conditions, transparency, numbers, optimizations, and wins. And we break that whole thing down with examples and with structure in the training. And I've never sold this program. This is yours only when you invest with us. And Alex Hormozi says the best training he's ever had in his life on offers came from me. So that's bonus number 4. Bonus number 5, there's a right way to do slides and there's a wrong way to do slides. I have slide techniques that are simple and easy to do that you can model that will increase the effectiveness of the webinar scripts that you will develop as a result of going through our program using our AI, all that fun stuff. So when I worked with the Iman last year, we did 2 8-figure launches together. I sat down and trained his team on how to design these slides, and then they used it, and then they developed 5 days of webinars based on these slides. When he came in, he thought they were going to do a big production with multi-camera setups and all that. I said, no, just give me a slide deck and an audience, and we can change the world. And now you learn the same strategies to create your own webinar slide decks as well. Bonus number 6, I'm going to open up the vault. I'm going to give you the PDF files to my 16 best webinars. So you can see these techniques in action. You can model these techniques if you wish. All my clients that make serious money, my webinar techniques is all over their presentation. You can just look at it and be like, oh, they took that from webinar 4, Jason, from slides 17 to 21. And they essentially copied and pasted them in. And I like to see that. Because why would you try to repaint the Mona Lisa? Why not just copy the Mona Lisa? Right? And only my top 10 clients have access to these. Bonus number 7, Monica, 31-point presentation playbook. He's so good at getting people on the webinars. He's so good at putting in the right state of mind. He has his own techniques. They're similar, but not the same as mine. Some of them are different. What's cool is you can try some of mine on. If they feel good, keep them. You can try some of his on. If they feel good, keep them. And between the 2 of us, you're going to find exactly what you need. And this is my favorite part of this 31-point presentation playbook. He's going to give you the show rate manifesto. So how do you know, less than half of people who register for webinars actually show up to them. Isn't that crazy? Now, automated webinars, it's a little bit better. So there are things that you have to do to fight against people who will sign up but not show up. And the better you get at this, the more money and teach you exactly the best practices, and he's so good at this. Okay. Bonus number 8, the Evergreen Product Playbook. Again, I don't know anybody better on the planet for doing evergreen webinars than Onyx. Onyx is the best. I love to do live webinars. It's one of the reasons that I'm decent at evergreens, but I'm nowhere in Onyx League when it comes to evergreen webinars, because I really like to do live clients. You know, they back up a truck full of money at my door and they say, "Come on, do this live for me," and I say, "If you insist." And then I love the energy of working with all of you in live, in public like this. This is really empowering for me. But most people don't, and that's okay. I want you to use webinars to be successful. You don't have to use them exactly the way that I do. So Monica's figured out the blueprint to do them so they can work, so you don't have to work. They can work for you. And he's going to break down that exact step-by-step process for you. Now, this next bonus is so fun. I kid you not. I was explaining this on a pre-call the other day. On the left is our AI assistant, the Webinar Titans AI consultant. The AI consultant is trained on all of my material in Onyx. And so it starts off as, "Hey there, I'm here to help you create, optimize, and scale high-converting webinars and funnels. I'm happy to answer questions or give you feedback on hooks, copy, and angles, etc." Right? Now, notice what it says here. I'm going to go out of this so I can highlight this, and hopefully you can see. Okay, you can see this on my screen, right? What's the best way to improve my offer for a webinar? This is what I asked the Webinar Titans AI consultant. Let me go back. Now, it says to improve your offer for a webinar, here are the critical steps, and then it breaks them down: core offer, price, bonuses, risk reversal, etc. I go to ChatGPT, who knows who I am, who has the best way to improve my offer for a webinar. And this is what it tells me. "Jason, I'm going to answer this in a way that fits how you actually build offers." So I said, "Ooh, I'm listening. Not generic add more bonuses advice. You don't need help stacking more stuff, thank you. You need to increase perceived inevitability, emotional specificity, mechanism clarity, stakes, speed the result." Fine, fantastic. What you got from ChatGPT? It even says, let's break this down in a way that aligns with your setup upside down philosophy. Sure. The 7 levers that instantly improve a webinar offer. Number 1, clarify the entity before you clarify the offer. I'm like, what nonsense is this? This is ridiculous. That's why I told you, you have to have the prompts with the proprietary knowledge and the structure, and it has to be trained with the right parameters to keep it from being stupid. And this is stupid. Clarify the end. I've never done this once in my life. Most webinar offers fail because they describe the vehicle before they find out. Not true at all. Ridiculous. So you need this, not this. If you need a consultant, remember, I charge $5,000 an hour for consulting, and I don't have any problem filling in my calendar. Okay? Actually, I had a guy on right now. It's so funny. The other day, he slid into my DMs, and he says, "Jason, I'm making $10,000 to pay for 2 hours because we generally recommend 2 hours. He goes, that's a lot. He goes, I'm going to buy your course when you sell it, because I signed up for Onyx and yours challenge." He goes, "So can we do consulting for 8K since I'm going to spend 2K with you?" And I said, "Just this one time." So he got on my calendar for 8K. But in general, we do 10K, and it's worth more than that. And this specific AI consultant is trained on everything that Onyx and I specifically tell it, and not on the things that we don't tell it. And this is a consultative AI entity that you can ask questions, have it review your scripts, have it brainstorm your ideas. Is absolutely incredible. And then we have the 10th bonus, which is limited. I don't have a hard number on it, so I can't tell you when this bonus is a scarcity, by the way, which is what I teach you, when this bonus will go away, but because it does require, and here's the reason why, right? It does require the team's personal attention, and there's capacity and how much you can make available, and it is on a first-come, first-served basis. The team will review your script and your slide deck once you ship it into them, if you act fast enough. We'll tell you when it expires, when this one goes away, because again, there's only so many of these that we can do. This is available to you at wma.expert when you sign up. All right? So that's it. That's that formal presentation of the pitch of the offer. So you can see the whole thing that's available to you. Now, this is not something that is always available, of course. This is something that we're really kicking off to you as part of this challenge. And in this format, with all of these bonuses and deliverables, this is something that is available to you as you're going through this challenge right here. So hopefully you've seen the value of what you can get for free today, which is better than what most people charge you. Let's just be real with each other. Most people are selling you a lot of stuff at really high prices that have less value than what we provided for you for free. Keep in mind, we're 1/3 of the way done with the full experience. So imagine what we have behind the paywall. Imagine how powerful and how effective this can be for you. All right? So, gentlemen, I don't know where we're at timeline-wise. Team, if we can answer any questions or not, for now, we can circle back and do that later if you have any capacity, where we're at on the time. I know we have a VIP Q&A later on. We're going to do a rip session tonight, which I'm also looking forward to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. First of all, how's everyone doing? Did you get your minds blown as promised? You guys have stuff to think about? You see how that webinar comes together? Give me some feedback here. Give me a yes if you are so glad that you stayed today, you got your minds blown. Give me a yes. Oh, I love it. Yes, love it. All right. Now, here's the real question. How many of you right now are going to be taking action and joining us inside of our Mastery Academy? And I'm telling you right now, what we've put together and what we're doing with the members of this academy is absolutely next level. The extent to which you get the prompts, the level of detail that we go into, the psychology, the actual format. I mean, you get something that you're able to actually deploy and utilize to create a webinar, right? And one of the things that we're also going to be adding soon, just so you guys know, we're going to give you access and ability to join us in some really interesting hackathons that we're going to be running soon. During the hackathon, we create your high-ticket offer. We start to use AI to help you create your high-ticket offer, your high-ticket product, which then you turn into an offer with what we have inside of Webinar Mastery Academy. So, real quick, give me a 1 if you've already joined us inside the Webinar Mastery Academy. Give me a 1 right now so we can do a celebration. Kim, congratulations. Welcome. Give me a 1 in the chat right now. We've got Abdullah, Dr. Deborah, Robert, Joe, Sherry, Brian. Who else we got? Freddie. Keep them coming. Lisa, Joshua, Freddie, Wally. Okay, Eric, Rajuda, Donovan. Awesome. Keep it coming, all right? So if you've already joined us right now inside of Webinar Mastery Academy, drop me a 1. How many of you right now are about to join us inside of Webinar Mastery Academy? Drop me a 2. How many of you are about to join us inside of Webinar Mastery Academy? Drop me a 2 right now if you're in the process of doing it. Now, here's the thing. We've given you ultimate amounts of payment opportunities. We've given financing programs. When you go to www.expert.expert, which I'm going to try to see if I can pull up real quick here on my various screens here. Let me show you guys what the possibilities are for you, okay? So first and foremost, I always say, if you do full pay, do the full pay. And when you decide to do the full pay, I want to bring home the point that you can actually use bank transfer. Some people want to just do a straight bank transfer. And by the way, a bunch of people are typing, I'm sorry I missed it. I'm going to have to make you type it again in a second. You've got Klarna. So Klarna is our financing partner. So with Klarna, you can get approved, I believe, for up to 24 months. But that is US only, and there is a credit check, but it's instant. It's quick. So if you want a longer payment plan, Klarna is a really good option for you, okay? Or you can finance it through us. It's just 5 payments of $497. And there as well, you've got the bank transfer option, you've got cash app option. So we've tried to give you multiple places and multiple avenues to go through. Now, okay, so real quick, because I'm going to do something crazy here. All right, I'm going to do something a little bit crazy here. I'm probably going to throw in a bonus, something that you've got to move on. So if my team is watching, you guys know everyone knows I love to do this. And so I always like to make sure I encourage people to take action. So Olga or anyone else on my team, if you could let me know how many people we've had join us. I've had quite a few people typing in 1. Now, one more time. Who's in the process of joining is about to join, sorry, Can you give me a 2 again? If you haven't joined yet, you're in the process of joining, just give me a 2 again. I want to get a good gauge here of where we are. So Leah, Renee, Lisa, Stephen, Alex, Cola, Malu, William, Rena. Wow. Okay. Tons and tons of people that are in the process of doing it. Okay. So here's the deal. If you know that I've been super into AI. I mean, I'm starting to do as much possible with AI. It's more than 10x my productivity. Way more than 10x my productivity. So this is a bonus I'm going to offer, and it dies tonight. This bonus is over today, like in the next 15 minutes. Okay? Anyone who's already joined, we have some members who are part of Webinar Master Academy. You're welcome. We're going to have you come too. But anyone who joins before the end of the next 15 minutes, who joins, I don't care what payment plan you pick, I don't care what you choose to do. That's your choice. You can do whatever you wish. But anyone that joins us, I'm going to run. Okay, I'm going to run a long extended master class with my team. And we're going to do a deep dive into various different use cases and exactly how I'm using them. And actually, here's what I'm going to do. I've been wanting to do a training for my own team for quite some time now. Where I'm going to show them, because my own team has been asking me, like, how are you getting this done with AI? How are you getting that done with AI? I've been wanting to do a training with them anyways. But I'll get behind the scenes access. You can watch me train my team on how I'm using AI to get a lot of things done, and how I expect and hope they will use AI to get a lot of things done. And it'll be back and forth where you get a chance to even ask questions, my team will get a chance to ask questions. I'm going to invite you back over. And the reason I'm doing this is because I know there are people here right now. One of the things that you might have stop you from joining is you may think, well, I don't exactly have a product yet. Let me wait until I do. And I think that would be a mistake for a multitude of reasons. Number one of the biggest things that's made a huge impact on me creating amazing offers has been the fact that I now understand psychology of the sale and how to create an offer better. I'm actually creating my offer first. This is genuine. I'm not just saying any of this to try to pitch you or anything like that. Again, I told you guys, if you decide not to join, that's totally fine. It's not something that Jason and I are going to sit here and pitch you for an eternity on this. But what I'm trying to say is, I actually work backwards now. So I understand the psychology, I understand what I'm going to present in my webinar presentation. I understand the transformation that I need my consumer to have that's watching. I understand the identity shift that they need to have. These are all things that I understand first. And then I go and say, okay, how do I facilitate that? If this is what has to happen inside of a webinar to get them to buy, now let me reconfirm that I can deliver that through a product. And it makes my product creation process far easier. I'm doing it right now with the next offer that we're coming up with. Maybe on that section, I'll walk you through exactly how I did it. I'm in the process of doing it right now. I'm using AI on my phone. I've been doing it this week, and it has been mind-boggling because I started here. This is what I thought the product would be. But I applied exactly what I'm talking about, and I applied exactly what you learned. I started applying it with AI, and my product ended up here. Like in a completely different place, and I'm so much happier with it. So much happier with it. Okay? So I want to encourage you right now to go to wma.expert and join us right now, wma.expert. Okay? Someone said I don't see 24-month Klarna option. So you go to full pay. You got to click on full pay. Okay? You may be selected on the multi-pay. Full pay, then you go down right here to Klarna. All right? And that's how you start the process. Okay? So wma.expert. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a quick little story. I always tell the story. Some of you may have heard it. But it's a pretty important story in my life. It made a big impact on me. It's continued to make a huge impact on me in my career. And I think it might make an impact on you. So 20 plus years ago, when I was just starting to have some success, I got an opportunity to go. Someone called me and said, "You want to meet Tony Robbins?" And I'm not a big Tony guy in the sense, like, I wasn't going to his events and stuff. But I said, "Sure, I'd like to meet Tony. So why wouldn't I meet Tony?" So I booked the flight that night. I had to fly across the country to LA. I imagined I was going to be like in a one-on-one room meeting, hanging out with the guy. I had this whole different vision. Turns out I get there was like 30 of us being crammed into a suite. We're going to stand in a line like little kids. Tony's going to walk in. He's going to shake our hand. We're going to ask one question. position. He's going to go through the line and leap. That's not what I really flew here for, but all right. He gets to me, and he's about to shake my hand, and some idiot down the end of the room says, "Hey, Tony, what's the greatest secret to success?" And I was like, "You serious? Like, what stupid question is that?" So Tony's looking right at me, and I'm like, "I didn't ask that question." And I didn't ask that question. Tony's like, and he laughs, and he goes, "I got an answer for you." And I'm like, "I didn't ask said question." And he's like, "I'll tell you what, I got an answer. Great secret to success is make fast decisions." And then walks off. To the next person. I'm like, what the hell is happening? I had no idea until a couple years later. I have now a team. I'm having great success, and one of my team members says something to me. She comes up to me. She says, "I gotta give it to you, Onik. You make decisions quickly." As soon as she said that, I like teleported back in time to that moment. I was like, "Oh my god, I get what you meant." Here's the thing: we have a full money back guarantee. Okay, Jason and I, we're not here to take your money and steal it from you guys. We've been doing this for the industry leaders in the space. Like, we are here to help and support and guide you. If you make assumptions about what this program could be or couldn't be, and then you make a decision on that, it doesn't seem like a wise decision. Come in, join us, and then make a decision. It seems like a wise, logical way to go about it, right? So you have the money back guarantee. But a lot of you are going to sit here and you're going to carry this weight on your shoulders where you say, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? And just make a decision, right? Let's answer some questions. So someone said, is this lifetime? Yep, there's no rebuilding. Good question, Al. There's no rebuilding for now, right? We're just rolling this out. We have our first few hundred members, but this is not going to be free forever for life. Jason and I consistently do updates, consistently do training. You have access to my chief marketing officer who consistently runs live trainings that our members are on, where he helps you craft your webinar, reviews what you've done. This is the very gentleman who makes my webinars, who's been with me for years. Jason and I hop on sometimes to do webathons. You think we can do that forever without charging people in the future? But you will not be charged. You get locked in at this price, and this is it, right? This is the price you get locked in at. So what I want to encourage you to do is simply make the decision. If you're on the fence, join. Come in, experience, participate, see how awesome it is. See if it isn't for you, you message us, we refund you. There's no questions asked. We didn't refund this, okay? Someone else asked, the members area inside the walk. Well, the members area is not. Have we flipped over to Circle? Do we use the Circle community now? It's epic. It's awesome. We moved over to it a couple months back. It's been awesome. And doesn't include ad creation. I think I have done some training. If not yet, I'm happy to do some. I'm actually going to talk about ad creation with you on Thursday. When I show you how I use AI to do ads. But just to be very clear, Webinar Mastery Academy is definitely more about how to write your webinar, how to create a great offer, and how to create your webinar. That's our core focus in it, and that's what we're really focusing on. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. We got to wrap things up. We have VIP going to. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes, and this 10 minutes means if you join within the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna encourage you, and I'm going to reward you with this additional pillar bonus, where you get to fly on the wall and go through some intense AI training, so that we can not only get your copy done, but we get your product done, we get your system set up, we get your funnel mapped out. So we get the updates too. Well, yeah, if you're in the program, you get the updates. So I'm just going to throw a timer on. Is that something you want to do? All right, Portwork's going to do that for us. He's going to a 10-minute timer. Let's do a 10-minute timer. Here's my every minute, okay? Well, we have a killer day packed tomorrow. We have an amazing evening today. Training has just started. We have a long way to go. So, but the bonus, I want to encourage you to make a decision and move forward. Okay? 10 minutes starts now. And what I always tell people is, look, you got to make a decision, yes or no. Okay? You got to make a decision, yes or no. And so a no is fine. That's your decision. That's your decision. You're not going to hear Jason or I try to really contest it, because frankly, it is what it is, right? But 10 minutes, make a decision. Yes or no. That's it. Now, the other 10 minutes, my bonus is going to expire. So this additional bonus is for those who take action today, here, right now, and then Can you still join Webinar Master Academy tomorrow? Sure, but it's going to be without the bonus. All right, it's going to be without the bonus. Someone asked, what software do we use for the funnel, please? That is up to you. I personally use Go High Level. I have a lot of friends that use ClickFunnels. Now, for the actual webinar itself, I use AVent. If you can't tell where they're swag today. I'm a big fan of AVent. Someone asked you go through the tech side of things. I promise you, Joanne, we will get the AVent team on to run the training for you to show you how to do it. Literally, the founder of AVent is in the other room. He's actually going to be presenting, showing you guys AVent on Thursday. Okay, I'm going to pull up the timer. So count down timer. We'll put up 9 minutes. Did I say specifically Google? So I'm happy to cater to and cover that for people. All right. When does the 7-day training start? Gustav, I believe that's been pre-recorded already. Just FYI, you have that. Justin says I'm in. Hey, can you give me a? Oh wow. Okay, we got Becky who says I'm in. All right, 9 minutes or 8.5 minutes. Give me a 1 again, so I can publicly, celebrate. Give me a 1 if you've already joined. Now that if you're in the process, you're already in. James, Becky, what else we got here? Justin, someone named Guest, Rosal, Dr. Deborah, Renee, Sheila, Donovan, Sherry, Joshua, Lionel, Cynthia, Peter. Man, all right, chat's blowing up. Love it. All right, keep on coming. Now, who's give me a 2 if you're joining in the next 8 minutes before this thing hits 0? You want to be part of the big bonus? You're going to join in the next 8 minutes. Less than 8 minutes, give me a 2 if you're going to be in the next 8 minutes. By the way, if you have any challenges or issues with the payment processing system or anything like that, message us at support@expertscale.com. Support@expertscale.com. Someone said, when is today over? Hey, we're wrapping up right now. And what we're going to do is take a quick break, and we're going to go into VIP. By the way, the VIP is 1 to
VIP, 1tomillions.com/VIP. Or look, if you could scroll to the very bottom on that one channel or one chat, that'd be great. All right.
All right. Let's see here. Man, just loving the comments. Hey, if you've got, what is day tomorrow about, Gus said? Tomorrow is all about automation. Eric, welcome. Congratulations. Eric is in. So tomorrow is all about the average. I'm going to be sharing with you how to automate the very webinar that you're going to be creating and how to get it so that it's systemized
and running in an evergreen cycle
for you.
All the different pages
and
that.
what I've learned after $30 million ad spend
is what we're going to be sharing with you. All right. How many bots are in the program? I hope none. Unless if bots are learning and making webinars, that's good for them. I don't mind. All right. Peter says, "What's a BHAG? Let me guess. Big ass hell skull. It's actually big, hairy, audacious skull. I think that's what it is, right? Anyone? Big, hairy, audacious skull. Don't ask me. I didn't create the term. All right. By the way, if you don't have a link or if you have any questions and you purchase VIP, support@expertscale.com. Hit them up right now. All right. So does this offer include the creation of all the emails that get generated and sent out? Aaron, no. This is focused purely on the offer and the webinar. Okay. If you are looking for the all-inclusive system that's going to do all the emails and you're going to get like, oh, that's something we'll talk about tomorrow. But this is a do-it-yourself with guidance and support from our team, our coach, my CMO, who's going to be working with you to create your webinar. But this is one of those offers where you get the prompts, you get everything, you work on it. We're there to reference it, look at it, guidance and feedback. That's what this program is focused on. So 1tomillions.com/VIP. 1tomillions.com/VIP for those who are asking about the VIP. And then, of course, WMA.expert to join us inside of Webinar Mastery Academy. All right. I'll ask one more time.